If you think that's a hook, that's definitely a hook. But it's also a genuine reaction of me reacting to the movie Homebound. It was raw and it was so painful. Not painful to watch in a bad way. It was painful because it was true. This scene in particular where Vishal and Janvi they say their last name and they instantly feel this connection. It's like they understood each other all throughout their lives, what they've been going through. I'm sure a lot of people has already spoken about the movie in so many different languages and in so many ways. So I have nothing new to say. It is wonderful. Everyone should watch it. Maybe I have only one thing to say. Watching the movie and resonating with it for one day is one thing. But living through the pain every day and going through all that shit everywhere you go, from school to college to office, is totally another thing. The system, the bloody system, was the only dialogues that was echoing through me the entire movie, especially during the climax. No matter where it stands in the Oscar race, the movie won our hearts. This is my Oscar series. Stick with me to watch other wonderful movies and let's go through them together. So the next movie in my Oscar series is one from my favorite category, animated short film, and it's called Butterfly, or its original French title. This is a beautifully animated movie about a Jewish French swimmer who competed in the Berlin Olympics in Nazi Germany. So, obviously, you must have guessed the storyline. I say beautiful because the graphic in this film is mainly based on oil painting that's done directly on canvas. Yes, you just have to see it to feel it. It's like you've gone into the painting, you feel the waves, and get carried away by the story. Though I said obvious, this is one story that's going to haunt us all and many generations to come. Whenever I watch or read about a Holocaust story, I always think about all those untold stories that are gone forever, untold. This is one such true story about Alfred and his family and how he held on to those extreme strength even in those desperate times. This is a story about hope. படத்துல இருக்கிற ட்விஸ்ட் சொல்லி படத்தை ஸ்பாயில் பண்றதை விட படத்துல ட்விஸ்ட் இருக்குன்னு சொல்றதே படத்தை ஸ்பாயில் பண்றது தானே. Welcome to my next video in my Oscar series. The movie is about a family who runs a noodle stand at a night market in Taipei, Taiwan. A mom character who works her ass off but still not getting anywhere, and an elder daughter who rebels at the wrong thing and the wrong places, and an adorable little young girl around whom the whole story revolves. It's called Left-Handed Girl, and it introduces us to the Taiwanese culture but also let us know how the societal pressure and the status comparison are the same no matter where you are. Whenever you watch a movie about the working class people, it's mostly told in a way where you feel sorry for them, and we always expect their lives to change in a very drastic way that only happens in the movies kind of cinematic way. This too makes you empathize for them but also clearly let you know that they are happy with what they have. Just like Kakamutai, it will definitely make you feel grateful and appreciate the things in your life in whatever state you are in. Fun fact, the entire movie is shot on iPhone and in real live night markets. Guys, தெரிஞ்ச தெரியாமல நான் இந்த ஆஸ்கர் சீரீஸில் ரெக்கமெண்ட் பண்ண எல்லா படமும் ஓகே 3 படமும் இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் மூவிஸ் அமைஞ்சிருச்சு. இந்தியாவிலேருந்து ஹோம்பவுண்ட், ஃப்ரான்ஸ்லேருந்து பட்டர்ஃப்ளை, which actually got nominated in its category, and Left-Handed Girl from Taiwan. ஸோ அந்த வரிசையில் நான் ரெக்கமெண்ட் பண்ண போகிற அடுத்த படம் தான் பெலன் ஃப்ரம் அர்ஜென்டினா. 2014 நடக்கிற ஒரு உண்மை சம்பவம் தான் இந்த படம். அப்போ அர்ஜென்டினாவில் அபோர்ஷன் வாஸ் இல்லீகல். அந்த டைமில் வயிறு வலின்னு ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் போகிற பெலன் ஒரு பொண்ணுக்கு மிஸ்கேரேஜ் ஆகுது. இங்கே ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம், she didn't know she was pregnant, and also அது ரொம்ப early stage of pregnancy. ஆனால் அவங்க ஒரு 8 months ப்ரெக்னன்சியை டெர்மினேட் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னு சொல்லி ஹாஸ்பிட்டலே வச்சு அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஹோமிசைட்னு சார்ஜ் பண்ணி 8 years தண்டனை கொடுக்குறாங்க. இந்த இன்ஜஸ்டிஸ்க்காக அந்த பொண்ணு 2 வருஷம் ஜெயிலில் இருக்கா. 2 வருஷம் கழிச்சு சொலடார் டெசான்ற ஒரு லாயர் அண்ட் ஃபெமினிஸ்ட் ஆக்டிவிஸ்ட் இந்த கேஸ் எடுத்து நடத்தி பல விமென்ஸ் ஆர்கனைசேஷன்ஸ் அண்ட் விமென்ஸ் ரைட்ஸ் ஆக்டிவிஸ்டோட சப்போர்ட் அண்ட் பல போராட்டத்துக்கு அப்புறமா அந்த பொண்ணுக்கு விடுதலை வாங்கி தராங்க. இந்த கேஸ் அர்ஜென்டினாவோட லெஜிஸ்லேஷன்லேயே ஒரு பெரிய சேஞ்ச் கொண்டு வருது. 2020 தே லீகலைஸ் அபார்ஷன். பெலன் அண்ட் லாயர் டெசா அண்ட் அவங்களோட ஃபேமிலி ஃபேஸ் பண்ண ஆர்டீல் அண்ட் ஹவு தே சக்சீட் பியாண்ட் ஆல் தீஸ்ங்கிறது தான் இந்த படம். பல ஆக்ஷன் படங்களோட ஸ்க்ரீன் பிளே மாதிரி இந்த படத்தோட ஸ்க்ரீன் பிளே அவ்வளோ விறுவிறுப்பு இல்லைனாலும் திஸ் மூவி இஸ் அ மஸ்ட் வாட்ச் ஃபார் ஆல் த ரைட் காசஸ். ஆல்சோ வாட் ஹேப்பன் டு பெலன்ற ஒரு புக்கை பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் இந்த படம் எடுத்திருக்காங்க. ஸோ டூ கிவ் இட் அ ட்ரை இஃப் யூ கெட் அ சான்ஸ். Do you guys have a retirement plan?
I don't even have a plan.
I wish to introduce you all to the retirement plan that I got to know recently. Welcome to the next movie in my Oscar series. This is called Retirement Plan. You know what we all have? To-do list. That one to-do list that we all hope to tackle one day when we have time. Short film is about that one to-do list that we all have. It's funny and it's so fucking relatable. It takes you on this journey with this man who set out to do all the things that he wished to do once he retires. There's a reason this movie got nominated. It's witty, it's funny, but it also makes you think. It makes you think the inevitable question, how much time do we all have left? And maybe also learn what's a terrapan and what is microdosing. This is something you want to rewatch the moment you finish watching it. Retirement Plan is nominated for Best Animated Short Film and it's available on YouTube. These three are the movies that are left in the animated short film list and this one is not available anywhere. Let's talk about the other two. Forevergreen is a bittersweet story about a baby bear who seeks refuge in a tree. The love between the tree and the bear is portrayed in such a warm way that when tragedy strikes, you find yourself crying over an animated tree. It's a sweet story with a wonderful message about friendship and the effects of littering in national parks. Next, The Girl Who Cried Pearls. This one is made using stop motion animation using puppets, but the emotions are all as real as any. The plot begins when a grandfather finds his granddaughter has discovered one of his priceless possessions, a pearl. He then reveals this deep dark story behind that pearl and how he got his hands on it and how though it actually ends with an unexpected twist, I shake this feeling that it's an old folklore story that I have heard or watched somewhere. Do give these short movies a try and let's see who takes home the award. Who is Geeta Gandbhir and what does she has to do with our next Oscar series? Today we are looking into the category that's often overlooked but still just as important as the other feature films or even more important than those because these are not based on a real story but the actual real stories. I'm talking about documentaries. And Geeta Gandbhir is a documentary director. She was born and raised in Boston by her Indian immigrant parents. She studied visual arts in Harvard and worked with people like Spike Lee. But she is not new. She's been directing and editing documentaries and winning awards for those since 2008. This year, she's been nominated for not one, but two of her work, a documentary feature film and a documentary short film. The feature film, The Perfect Neighbor, is about Ajike Owens, who was shot and killed by her perfect neighbor, Susan Lawrence. Though the whole movie is a collection of recordings from the cops' body cams, we get a clear picture of why this happened in the first place. Is the years and years of inbuilt racism. Next is the documentary short film, The Devil is Busy. This is about a day's happening at an Atlanta abortion clinic. We see the story unfold through the eyes of Tracy, the head of security in the clinic, and how she go on about her day navigating the protesters outside the clinic, and how she handles and comforts the women who have traveled from all over the country because the states they live in doesn't allow abortion beyond 6 weeks. That issue is a whole new video for another day. Especially this statement.
I never thought I would have more rights 25 years ago than my daughter does now.
It's mind-boggling. Just like Geeta's other notable works, these two also put us in the shoes of the affected people and make us understand their pain. Here's hoping she takes home the award for at least one of these films. What do these two people have in common and why I'm glad I got to know them? I'm back with my next video in my Oscar series. Today we are talking about two documentary short films, both pretty heavy subjects. And I'm starting with the less heaviest. Both of them are about two journalists who set out to bring some positive light into this world through their jobs. And one of them lost his life in the process. I'm talking about Brent Renaud, who was shot while covering the war in Ukraine. The film titled Armed Only with Camera, The Life and Death of Brent Renaud shows how courageous Brent was. Before he went to Ukraine, he was covering the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, traveling along with the soldiers in their tanks. He was covering the Haiti earthquake, bomb blast in Africa, the refugee crisis in Honduras, and drug gang wars in Mexico. He was putting his life on the line multiple times to show the world what's happening inside those dangerous territories, including Chicago West Side, where kids were getting killed in large numbers by drug and gang wars. Last Chance High was a series of episodes he, along with his brother Greg, did on the particular epidemic, and they even won a Peabody Award for that. His life was truly astonishing, from being an artistic kid to traveling to all those dangerous places in the world and documenting what's happening in those places, trying to bring out the truth, and ultimately to help all those people in need. He really did wonders. I truly believe this short documentary, though it is wonderful, doesn't suffice all the things that he has done. And as I was thinking about that, I got a Google alert about someone turning Brent's documentary movie into a narrative feature film. I hope it really gets done. Armed only with camera ends with the message. Journalism has become one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. And I'm sure we can all agree that it's very true.
What is your name?
My name is Brent.
The way you hold that camera, you're doing it from your heart.
Let's move on to the heaviest of them both, all the empty rooms. This follow-alongs journalist Steve Hartman and his photographer as they visits the houses of the children who got killed in the school shootings and photographs the children's empty bedrooms. It was so heartbreaking to watch in so many levels, seeing all the bedrooms. Most of them are kept just the way the kid has left it. And I think, why subject myself to watch this traumatic thing that is for about 30 minutes or so? And even before I finish the thought, another thought pops into my head. It's about the parents and the families of those children and how they have to live their whole life knowing their children is never returning home from their school. The least I could do is spend my 30 minutes, watch this film, maybe cry, and go on about my day. Because we all know nothing else can be done. Steve Hartman knows this. He got to know this after years of reporting school shooting news. So he finally made this documentary to memorialize those kids and hoping it may stir just a little something. I really urge you all to give these documentaries a try because that's the least we can do.
I've been typecast as, the feel-good, happy news kind of guy. And what I've been doing is just whitewashing the whole thing.